everyone, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and today I'm going to talk about some bookish gifts that you can make for your friends this holiday season. Today I want to talk about and show you some stuff you can make for your reader friends. The first thing I'm going to show you comes from a Scrabble game, and Scrabble games have lots of uses. So this is what I made when I went to a signing for Wild and Windy this year. I have made other boards. This is just the one I have easy access to right now because it's hanging up on my wall. So I grabbed this one to show you what I did in the center. I put Wild and Windy because that was the event I was going to, and the authors that I planned to see, I tried to fit all of their names on the board. In this case, then I asked them to sign it. I have made other boards that have bookish themes. I've done one for Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunters, and I've done Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass world. So you can pick your friend's favorite book, you can pick their favorite series, their favorite author, and then go off of words that has to do with whatever you're putting in the center. So if you put the name of a book series, go off with characters, things that happen in the book, or maybe there's an important object or meaning. And if you go off a certain book, again, just the characters, different things in that book. And the worst part is probably trying to place the pieces and figure out how everything works and trying to use up the most space as possible. But I find it pretty fun. And also on my other boards, like this one, filling up the space more with signatures. But if it has a certain book theme, I was painting certain objects on it. And also, too, for your non-bookish friends, like you could even do a Christmas theme board that they could hang up every year. And then if you have Christmas stickers, you can hang or place those around the board. So there are so many uses and themes you can use for this. And you just punch two holes. I used a screwdriver to get my holes in, and I have a thin wire that I use to hang it up. You don't have to, you can place this against something, but I just like the fact that I can hang it up. You can get other uses out of the Scrabble tiles and the Scrabble tile holders as well. I have a lot of mine actually in my storage right now because one thing that I like to do with the Scrabble tiles is I put them together, but then I put a cord on it as ornaments. So I have glued them together, character names, names of books, and then I hang them on the tree. So that's why I say they are in storage. But with these pieces, I took the name of a book, Lord of Shadows, and there's, well, never took it off. You can see some glue strands hanging, but I glued them together, and then on the back, I put a magnet. So this is actually on my fridge. This is where I grabbed it from. And then I actually cut up the Scrabble box and I glued the pieces on there so I had something to glue them on. So you can really get use out of every part of that Scrabble game. But yeah, you can make ornaments and you can also make magnets. Then with the Scrabble tile holders, this one says Kingdom of Ash. I put the title of a book. Again, you can use characters. If your friend has a YouTube or like a bookish Instagram handle, even put the name on that, and then they could put it right on their bookshelf by whatever book, series, or whatever it matches with, or just something fun to put on a bookshelf. So those are the different uses I have for a Scrabble game. I suggest looking at your local Goodwill or thrift stores. That's where I get all of mine. And check, usually the games that I come in encounter with, they're just rubber banded together because they're already used, and you could see if the pieces are actually in there or if there is a good amount of the pieces. And I find, at least by me, it's around $2 per board game. So think of just all the uses that you can get for $2 out of everything that is in that box. Just be aware there are some letters that are trickier to come across because there's only so many in the box, and you have to be a little careful with your planning. You might need multiple game boards to finish, or not game boards, game pieces to finish one board if you are going with this option. But over time I have collected a lot, and I do have family members who specifically look for the Scrabble games for me for when I make stuff like that. So definitely check out, Goodwill's, thrift stores, or if it's nice where you're from and there's still rummages being held at this time of year, check those as well. Another thing that I found very simple to do is I don't know if it was a rummage or like a craft sale. I think it was more a craft sale because it had a lot of bottle caps, and then someone glued pins on the back of these bottle caps. So what I did is I went to my local Half Price Books, and in their clearance section I found certain books that I liked. So at most they were $2 a piece, and then with a hole puncher, a circle hole puncher, I cut out different pieces of the book. Like here, the Parabatai, I liked that word from Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter books, and I glued it into the bottle cap, and I also put a seal over it as well so the paper wouldn't get ruined. And so that was the pin, and the people already, whoever was getting rid of this, glued magnets on the back. So then this one I have Shadowhunter on it. So this one is on my fridge. So again, you can make magnets out of it, pins. How simple that you could save bottle caps and make a fun little craft out of them. Also in the bag when I got those bottle caps were a ton of binder clips. They're the ones where, put these up, pinch your papers. And so I decided, instead of actually using them for what they're for, again, I found some cheap books that you could go to your thrift store, wherever you can find a cheap book, and I cut out sections of the book that had important words or parts that I liked from the book, and I put them on the binder clips. And then what I use these for, like this one is from Red Queen, found a page that I wanted to cut out that had Mare's name on it, and I thought the Blood is Red was a fun one to put on here. And I have this sitting on my bookshelf as a picture holder because this goes with the book and I met the author. So it's a fun little clip that if any of your friends have gone to events or signings, they could put their picture in it and put it on the bookshelf next to their books. Speaking of pictures, another really simple thing you could do is get a picture frame and paint something on it and put a friend's picture in it. This one is just really, really simple. I put one more chapter, and there's my little bookworm and a book. I was gonna paint more around it, and I just never did. But this is me, and I met Michelle Hercules and Luke. I'm sorry, I don't remember his last name right now, but he is, at least for me, most known from the Netflix movie Tall Girl, but he is also a cover model, and he was on a few of Michelle's books. So this is the picture I decided to put in here, and I have it on my bookshelf next to Michelle's books. I have two more things that I want to show you. This first one, I got a small canvas from Michaels. Michaels always seems to have deals on their canvases, and again, I took a page out of a book. And this one has been on my shelf forever. I made this years and years ago when I first moved into my apartment. This is my 9th year here. So it's been a while, and yes, some yellowing has occurred to the page. But I did this with every book in the Mortal Instruments series, canvas for each book. I printed off some pictures as well that I added to the page, but then I just highlighted some things on the page, and I have this set on my shelf. I also put a seal on it so it would stay nice and the page wouldn't get ruined. I mean, yes, it yellowed, but the page itself is not crinkled or anything, so it's just a fun, cute little thing you can put on your shelf. The last thing I'm going to show you is another canvas. This is what it looks like in the back, and originally on the front, this had a Christmas motif on it, and I just painted over it, and I just thought it was cute to put a little book dragon reading a book. And as you can kind of see right here, I have another one. This also had a Christmas motif on it, And it says, a reader lives 1,000 lives before she dies. And I just had fun painting these for myself to have on my bookshelves, but it would be a really cute gift if you pick something that your bookish friend is really interested in, put a quote from their favorite book or their author. And I would say, because I got this when Christmas was 90% off at Michael's, I just was fortunate enough to hit the jackpot, which I know you can't do right now because this is Christmas presents for upcoming Christmas, but I would look at some craft stores or like Hobby Lobby I like to go to once the fall season is over and they start putting their fall items on clearance. You can find a lot of good deals after the holiday seasons. So right now, like I'd say your best bet, especially the Scrabble boards, looking at different thrift stores, or it is easy to find these and canvases at a local craft store. But if you want the best deal, just start looking, especially like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, whatever craft store is near you after fall to see if they have some things like this, which I know there's always decor on some kind of board that you can paint over. There's just some quick and I hope pretty simple for you ideas, and it won't break the bank, and I think it would be pretty special, or I'd hope your friend would think it's pretty special that you actually put some time and effort into making it for them. And I hope you have fun making the crafts themselves, and let me know if you choose any ideas and I want to see pictures of what you create. I hope this helps you with some of your Christmas shopping this year, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.